everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde. I am joined alongside my good friend and co-host, Tony Sapita. And today we're hitting on the Chicago Bulls Summer League and free agency news. The Bulls are young guys are showing out at Summer League. Patrick Williams, Devin Dotson, Marko Simonović. I think I got it. And
sure.
The boys are looking good. Also, Lauri Markkanen news is heating up. But before we begin, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Stupid Card Tray. Tired of your pizza topping sliding, office coffee distracting you while driving, grease and other stains getting on your seat, or you're just enjoying a game on the couch and don't want to lean over? Look no further than the Stupid Car Tray. Proudly USA made, Stupid Car Tray makes your passenger seat or couch a level surface for all transportation and couch potato needs. With accessories like the Stupid Seat Anchor, hand sanitizer bottle, or 100% silicone grip mat, your tray is the ultimate car organizer. With over 20 different color combinations, there's a Stupid Car Tray for everyone. Visit www.stupidcartray.com and use discount code J16 to get 16% off your entire order. Link in the description.
Stupidly obvious. I don't know why anyone didn't think of it before. All right, Nick, what you got?
All right, the Bulls Summer League has played 2 games so far and are 1-1. And I know that doesn't look, everyone's like, oh, if they're hot, like they should be 2-0. But these stats, especially Patrick Williams, oh my goodness. Tony, run me through game 1, game 2 of your top couple guys. And let's tell everybody why they should be excited for not only the Bulls, especially from free agency news, DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, but the young core that is going to follow up behind them. Let's jump into it.
Yep, Patrick Williams, that's the guy that, everyone, I myself included, he's been covering LeBron. He's been covering these guys in, the regular season. He is the next guy, the next Scottie Pippen, as everyone has dubbed him, which I'm fine with. But it was kind of, he was scoring 12 points a game, 14 points a game, which is good. That's good. But it wasn't, it wasn't that superstardom yet. But again, he's young. He's a rookie. So the first game against the Pelicans, they got smoked. I think they lost by a ton. But he had a double-double. And that, 15 points, 12 rebounds. Didn't shoot well, 6 of 20, 1 for 5 from 3. The 1-3, though, was a highlight reel 3. It was pretty sick. It was from far away. But, it's getting his feet under him. It was fine.
Showing that range.
Yeah, you'll take a double-double to start. However, game 2 against the Spurs last night, I'm ready to say Patrick Williams is an absolute stud. He is here. I know it's just Summer League, but he is here. 30 points on 10 of 23 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3, which he's a power forward. That's pretty good.
That's impressive.
6 for 6 from the free throw line, which we talked about how that's a big thing that the Bulls need to kind of work on. That was a big plus with DeMar DeRozan when they got him. So if he can not only get to the free throw line, but make all or most of his free throws, that's really going to help this team. He grabbed 7 boards in that game. He was plus 15 in 34 minutes. So he's a net positive on the court in a game they only won by 3. It wasn't a blowout. So,
but they did come back down from 22 points, which is super impressive.
Yes, I almost forgot to say that they were down 22 to up 7. It was a massive swing, and that's why this team is going to win the Summer League championship. I'm already calling it here. Tony's take of the day. Tony's take on this beautiful Thursday. Yep. Thursday. Is that Tony's take on a Thursday? Bulls are winning the Summer League this year. Very impressive by the Chicago Bulls. I just want to hit on Patrick Williams super fast. Is that he was drafted 4th overall last year out of Florida State as a 6th man, and he was a true freshman. So they drafted him at 19 years old. He was the 2nd youngest drafted guy in the league last year. And oh my God, this guy is already ripping it up. He's 20 years old. He put on some muscle. He got his 3-pointer going. A lot of people were like, at first, Patrick Williams, why? We wanted Ball. Okay, Ball was gone. And obviously, AK saw something in Patrick Williams, did his research, and guess what? He's already ripping it up at Summer League. And like Tony is saying, it is only Summer League, but Patrick Williams is putting everyone on notice right now. And I am very excited for Patrick Williams as well. So, Tony, next guy I want you to hit on is Devin Dotson, a guy I don't know much about. I know you know a lot about him. He's a Chicago kid, but I know he's doing pretty well in Summer League as well. So jump into it about Devin Dotson. Yeah, so he was a undrafted free agent out of, I believe that was last
Kansas.
year. That was in out of Kansas. So yeah, that was last year's draft. So he just kind of, it just slipped through everyone's fingers. It was kind of a guy that everyone expected to go late 2nd round because he is good. He does work hard. And that's what we're seeing so far. And he is a Chicago kid, which is huge. So if he can make it, the city's already going to be behind him. That's just how it works with these guys. So in the first game, he did really well. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and he's a guard. He's tiny. Like, it's 7 rebounds is no joke. That means you're hustling. 5 of 11 shooting, and 5 of 6 from the free throw line, which again, we talked about free throws. That's huge. Got to make your free throws, got to get to the free throw line. And I am rooting for Dotson to make this team. I think he will. He was technically on the team last year. It was kind of one of those. I think he was like a healthy scratch a couple times, most of the time. But he is a hard worker. Good story. And I like it. Just go young with these guys. Just get as many Illinois, Chicago kids as you can. Talk about another one in a minute. His second game, though, I will say, it's terrible. But it's okay. Again, summer league second game of a back-to-back. He only had 2 points, 1 for 7. He had 5 assists though, and those assists were actually huge assists according to the Chicago Bulls Twitter account. Because there was a couple to Patrick Williams down the stretch in a game. Again, they only won by 3 points. He had one. He kind of had a Euro step, like a fake Euro shot fake, and then bounce pass through the lane to Patrick Williams for the finish to take the lead. And that is the kind of stuff we're looking for. I'd rather have that and him shoot, miss everything.
Yeah. And you taught him that Euro step move, right?
I did. Yeah. I don't know if you could tell yeah.
Yeah. But no, I think I'm with you though. I think he has a very legitimate shot at making the roster this year, especially after getting rid of Thomas Satoransky, Jarrett Temple. We've gotten rid of a lot of point guards and we need that. I know Kobe White is still on the roster. I know that, Lonzo Ball is going to be the new starting point guard for the Chicago Bulls. But again, I think there is a legitimate shot that he does make the roster this year. Obviously, they have a lot of faith in him. Everyone has a bad game. If it continues, then obviously they're going to change their perspective a little bit. But luckily, the NBA has the G League now, so these guys are able to play. He'll play on the Windy City Bulls, and, we'll get to see him rip it up there. But again, it's always good to have a Chicago kid. Illinois is one of the best states to produce basketball players in the NBA. Derrick Rose is obviously the big name. Jabari Parker, when he was good. The list. Khalil Okafor, I believe, isn't Jamal Crawford from Illinois too? Or... Scratch that. That's ahead of my. Unfortunately, I was like 3 years old when he was around. So let's just don't roast me too bad for that, Bulls fans. But overall, everyone has their bad game. Now, Marko Simonović. Okay, apologies.
Maybe I don't know how to say it either.
I did not look it up ahead of time. I apologize about that. I know that there's a Vich at the end. He was drafted last year by the Bulls. He was in the second round. He ended up playing in overseas as his contract with his last team wasn't expired yet. And also, they gave him time to play more, but he is really good. He is showing out. He was really good overseas, but Tony kind of run me through game 1 and 2. I'm looking at the stats right now. Not horrible, not great, but progressive. Let's just say that.
Yeah. The game against the Pelicans was his first game here in the States, first official game. And he did fine. He scored 15 points, grabbed 5 rebounds and 4-6 shooting. I think he only played 18 minutes, 20 minutes, especially these other guys are playing 34, 35 minutes. So it's not bad work. He's just getting his legs under him, his NBA legs under him. It's a different game. Everyone always says that when they come over. So game 2 actually was also a pretty strong show. Again, this guy seems consistent. That's what I like already about him. He had 13 points on 5 of 8 shooting, 5 rebounds. He had a block too. I know he's a bigger guy. He looks promising so far. Like I said, so I'm excited to continue to see him develop. He was plus 10 in 15 minutes in game 2. Again, that's a net positive, especially in a game, again, where they only won by 3. So that means a lot more than a blowout either way, like that first game. They were all in the negatives. But yeah, either way, he's looking good. He can shoot, and that's what I'm excited about. And he's going to be our replacement for Lauri Markkanen, I think.
And I know I agree. He is going to be the replacement. A lot of people are already saying that he has more potential than Markkanen. I know Markkanen was very highly spoken about. I saw a tweet saying that by 2020, this is going to be Mitchell Trubisky and Lauri Markkanen City, and look how that's turning out right now. Go to our Bears episode. We kind of hit on some of Mitch Trubisky's comments that he made about the Chicago Bears. But last guy, Tyle, I'm getting ahead of myself. Tony, I know you like this guy from Illinois. Was a total steal and has a chip on his shoulder. Who are we talking about, Tony?
Ayo Dosunmu, my favorite guy on this team, on the summer league team. I'll say I like Patrick Williams, of course, but I love college basketball. I love U of I. So I'm excited for this guy, another Illinois Chicago kid. So he did struggle in game 1. but he is a playmaker. He works hard, so I really don't have any worries about him. I wrote this before game 2, by the way, so we'll talk about game 2 in a second. So I said, he scored 6 points, 2 of 8 shooting, but he contributed huge in other ways with 6 rebounds and 2 assists. So after I wrote that, I saw, the second game, he played much better, just like I said he would. Not worried about him. 10 points, 4 of 9 shooting, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and he had 4 steals in 24 minutes. That's like, Chris Dunn was the league leader in steals and was like, everyone's like, oh, this guy's so good. I think he'd get like, just over 1 steal a game. 4 steals is like, you are messing stuff up for the opposing team. And that is what I like to see.
That's like my 2K stats, like I'm like 98 overall. I have like 5 steals a game, 38 points, 10 rebounds, and I'm like a 5'11" point guard on the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah. So this guy's really good because he's got 2K stats for stealing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, it's looking really good. It's looking really good in regards to like just the Bulls as a whole. They have a young core, and talking about their core, the core that they were supposed to build around is Lauri Markkanen. So Tony, quickly, let's get into Lauri Markkanen rumors heating up. He's wants out of Chicago. There's no doubt about that, but let's get more into it.
Yeah. So like you said, he does not want to be in Chicago. I believe his exact quote was, I don't know if I put it in here, but his quote was basically like, he has other offers from other teams. He wants a fresh start, all that, that kind of jazz, I guess you could say. I loved him personally at the beginning, but he's been very mediocre in recent seasons. I'm the guy that probably tweeted, it's going to be a Mitch and Lauri city probably in a couple of years. Tommy. I would have tweeted that 3 years ago. I guarantee it. But allegedly, what really stinks about this too is he wouldn't take a lower salary from the Pelicans or I think the Spurs either, but in a sign-in trade. So that's why the Bulls lost Thad, because we had to make the money work. We had to give them a guy they actually wanted and a guy they wanted to pay. And Lauri Markkanen was just asking for too much, which that hurts. That hurts so bad. A guy that doesn't want to be here made us lose one of my favorite players on the Bulls last year.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Hurts.
So then the Mavericks are also interested in him now, though. Along with the Pelicans are still sniffing around. I don't know how it's going to work. I think they're trying to convert something into a 3-team deal. I'm kind of confused on what's exactly happening with all that, because obviously there's the tampering allegations. It's all this stuff. So Thad Young might actually go to the Suns, I think I saw, in just some crazy trade. But the Hornets are reportedly also have strong interest. The reason the Mavs would probably work, or probably wouldn't work, because they're probably third in this pecking order. They have an $11 million trade exception. That's their biggest tool right now. They don't have anyone money wise that they're going to trade us that would match. And obviously that's a big thing. After the draft, you have to match the money. You can't just trade for picks. But they do have $15 million in cap space. However, they don't want to take on Lauri's terrible contract. I imagine they want to force the Bulls to give them assets to take on this albatross of a contract that he's going to want. But I will say I do respect the Mavs for trying to lock down the Eastern Bloc of Europe, just with all their Lauri, all their guys.
Porzingis, Luka.
Exactly. And I think Goran Dragic wants to go play there too. So either way, I think he's going to end up on the Pelicans. However, my last point on Lauri will be, I would love it if the Hornets extended him an offer, because that's how they're going to go about it, I think, if they do.
Take him, Michael.
He's a restricted free agent, and I would love it if Michael Jordan saved this Bulls franchise again. They do have $14.5 million in cap space. They can make it work. I don't think they should from just a normal person, unbiased standpoint, but I hope they do.
I think all that we have to do is just tweet at Michael Jordan. You won't take Lauri Markkanen, and he'll be like, I took that personally.
I bet you won't. And he'll be like, what? Yeah.
I took that personally. So yeah, no, I totally agree with that. One more thing that we want to hit on really fast in regards to the Bulls' current roster. Zach LaVine wants to stay a Chicago Bull. Tony hit on this last time. Just going to say it super fast. Zach LaVine has made it known he wants to stay. He said it to the media. He said it to AK. He said it to Billy Donovan. They have convinced, they are all in, stay mentality. We are going to build this team and it's going to work. The Bulls are obviously going to be contenders this upcoming season. I don't think they will win the championship. They do have to get past a very tough Brooklyn and Milwaukee team, but they're going to make some noise. I think that the Bulls are going to make it at least to the second round in the playoffs. Hot take by me. Nick's take today, probably get roasted in the comments or something like that, because we have no depth right now. We have absolutely none except Kobe White, in my personal opinion. Losing Thad was huge. I don't want Markkanen on the team. I'm very fired up about it. Get rid of Markkanen, pay Zach. Get it before we have to pay him $40 million a year. Let's pay him less than $30 million a year. But that's just my opinion. Tony, quickly, Zach LaVine, stay. Just I don't know. I'm just want Zach LaVine. I am excited too. I just want Zach LaVine to stay.
He's a superstar. He deserves to be here. He's excited now. The city's excited about him. I can't wait for, us to prop him up again. And hopefully he can bring us to the promised land.
So we will have more information. Thursdays are looking like our Bulls days so far. So if you want Bulls information, obviously tune in on Thursdays. If not, we will try to post as soon as possible as we hear information. As the season goes on, we will also have more updates. So very exciting. Tony, thanks for putting this together and telling the fans more about the Bulls. Very exciting Summer League information. Go get your Patrick Williams jersey today. DHgate, I don't have a link. I don't have one, but I'm probably going to end up getting one now that we talked about it. So with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Dick Brody, joined alongside my co-host Tony Sapito, and we'll see you guys next time.